Bonjour! Bonjour!
No.
Time for bladder check. Check.
So it's a show?
It's a lifestyle. It's a religion.
My emotions! My emotions!
I'm still French.
Ouais, c'est pas faux.
I'm a woman, Mary. I can be as contrary as I choose.
Non, moi je crois qu'il faut que vous arrêtiez d'essayer de dire des trucs.
Hello, hi, I'm Laura. I'm gonna watch The Wire, Season 5, Episode 4. If you don't know it, I'm be watching all of The Wire. If you want to see all of my reaction videos about this show, I'm gonna put the link into the eye for the playlist that I made for it, in which you can find all of my reaction videos for all of the seasons, all of the episodes, into the chronological order. I'm sorry, I just had a big cuss, you know. I'm still sick. I'm sick since 3 weeks now, something like that. Nothing really bad, you know, but really my throat, it's scratching a lot, like right there. It's only hot water, nothing into it, you know. It's not something like tea, something like that. It's only hot water with honey into it, just to try to calm my throat, just for me to be able to talk, you know, because when I'm talking it's scratching even more, and because of that I'm cussing, and because of that I can't continue to talk. That with the nose being blocked, I can't breathe by the nose, so when I'm talking that long, in fact, I'm not breathing while I'm talking, so when I'm finishing my sentence I'm really like, oh, I need to breathe. Wait a minute, I'm coming back to you. It's only that, you know, to give warm stuff to my throat, only that, you know, it's calming it. I tested, you know, like honey, you know, like I'm taking honey with a lot of different ways and stuff like that, and in fact it's not calming my throat at all, not that much, and it's really more eating warm stuff, drinking warm stuff, which is really calming my throat, and I can do stuff. I think that for the next days, no matter how, when, you know, I'm drinking and all, I'm only gonna drink hot stuff, you know. Even, you know, eating and stuff like that, I'm gonna boil hot water like hell, and I'm only gonna drink hot stuff. Okay, I just watched the episode 3. If you want to see my reaction video about it, I'm gonna put the link into the eye. That was a good episode in the sense that it's The Wire, it's well written. I love to spend time, you know, with this show because I really have the impression, for sure I'm following a story with characters that I love and all, but I also have the impression to, I was gonna say to read the news, and it's a little weird because clearly you're thinking about it because during this season we're spending time into a newsroom, so it's because of that. But you know, even the other seasons, each one of them were exploring really one aspect of the drug business. We had the corner boys, after that we had all of the suppliers, you know, with the dogs. After that we had the chain of command. During the previous season it was really about the kids, how these kids are getting involved into the drug business, how and when. And for this season we have more that aspect about the newsroom, the political aspect, and in fact we have maybe all of the aspects melting for the final season of The Wire. It's great, I love that, because it means also that we're gonna have all of our characters back. Like right now we have the Greeks back. It's so weird, so it's cool. So for sure an episode of The Wire is always great. But the last episode I was so desperate and annoyed by almost all of the characters. I have the impression that I rolled my eyes during the entire episode at everyone, because for sure all of the McNulty situation is making me mad. Clearly I lose respect for the guy. For me, all of the bad stuff that he did during the first seasons, it's nothing in comparison of what he did right there, because even into his darkest times, at least he valued his job, and I was respecting him for that, I was loving him for that. To lie about that death, to create all of this case about a serial killer, it's so wrong, so against my values, my principles and all, that I lost all of the respect that I had for McNulty. The fact that he spent the entire last episode fighting for people to notice his fake case, it made me mad. I was a little mad at Bunk for not trying harder to stop his friend, not only his colleague but also his friend. I was proud of the journalist who heard this story but who didn't put more into it than what she should have put into it. You know, she was using conditional sentences and she didn't put it front page or anything like that. I was proud of her for that. She did a good job, you know. But at the end, Lester, listening to this entire story, I was expecting him to say to McNulty that he did a mistake and that he needs to stop, and in fact no. Lester was like, it was a good idea, we need to go further with that if we want to have a result. And the fact that his reason to accept McNulty's plan, it's, what about it? No one cares about it. No one cares about it. What about yourself, your values, your own moral compass, you know? It doesn't mean anything to you? You're gonna be able to watch yourself in the mirror after that? I don't want to lose respect for Lester, but if he is really going with this plan, I'm waiting to see really what they're gonna do, but I think that I'm gonna lose respect also for him. And I said it also during the review of the last episode, for me, at some point the truth is gonna be discovered, no matter what. We have that expression in French, I don't know if you have it into your country. Le mensonge prend l'ascenseur, la vérité prend l'escalier, mais elle finit toujours par arriver. Meaning, the lies are taking the elevator, the truth is taking the stairs, but she's always coming at some point. And it's gonna happen, I'm pretty sure that it's gonna happen, and for McNulty it can be so bad when it's gonna happen. We'll see. I'm wondering if we're really gonna see that. You know, we have something also about Daniels, that news published, you know, about the fact that he's gonna be the next commissioner, and all the fact that he's afraid of it, in fact, because it would mean maybe for a secret to be revealed, something that he did and it was wrong. You know, that something bad that he did, it was never discovered. So maybe it's gonna continue to not be discovered, and maybe in fact what McNulty is doing right now, it's never gonna be discovered. Do you understand what I mean? Maybe in fact the truth is not gonna come during this season and it's the final season, so I don't like that. We'll see. And for sure, we have all of the lies that this asshole, this journalist, is saying, is writing into that newspaper, and everyone is letting him do so, and he's not gonna get fired when all of the other ones, a lot of them are gonna get fired, including some who are really great journalists, and it's making me mad, truly, because I can see that they are good journalists. I said it, I'm a former journalist, I was a journalist during several years, so I know which ones are good journalists, and this one, who is curious about what is happening into his city, who knows about what is happening into his city and all, this one was a good journalist, so he didn't deserve to get fired. But it's like that. And it's saying something also, you know, all of that narrative arc about this newsroom having less money and being forced to do more with less. It's saying something about that period of time with internet coming and, you know, people being able to have infos, news online for free. And for sure it changed a lot of stuff, you know, into newsrooms. Me, with my age, I think that you can understand that I came, you know, into newsrooms after all of that, you know, after that period of time. And in my school, in my journalism school, I learned, you know, to make news online, you know, to write them online, and then after that for newspapers. So it's really a different way to think, and it's really a different way to think about how to write a news, and it's something that all of these persons, you know, into newsrooms, they were forced to learn to do, to adapt, you know, and some of them, they couldn't do it. And sometimes, you know, I was into some newsrooms with these dinosaurs, and really for them to go online and to write their papers, it was so rough, and it was really some of them that were against it, because also they were telling me, and they were right, you know, to say so, that at first they were not hired to do that. So if you're not hired to do that mission, normally they can't put on your shoulders, you know, a new mission coming from nowhere. So it was a real fight, you know, sometimes into some newsrooms. I mean, not a real fight, it was more a silent fight, because in fact, it meant, in fact, at the end, that all of the new journalists like me, we were forced to make our jobs, but also their jobs, at least the online part, because these ones, they didn't want to do it, they couldn't do it, you know, it was a little like that. Okay, I'm gonna stop this intro right now, because I want to finish this episode, you know, this reaction video, this review with natural lights. So let's go for this episode. Remember that if you want to have my Patreon, on which we have 4 episodes of advance, which means 2 weeks of advance, which means that right now they are discovering my reactions and my thoughts about the episode 8. If you can be interested to have that advance, if you can be interested to support me, to thank me for this entire binge watching of the 5 seasons of The Wire, you can come on my Patreon, and for The Wire you just have to subscribe to the level 2, meaning only €5 for the entire month, and you're gonna have access to all of the videos that I'm gonna post during this month and all of the videos that I posted before that. Let's go for this episode!
Hey, shut it down. It's a police operation here. Get back to your post. Let's back these vehicles up.
Carver, please, can you intervene?
Tony, calm down. So if you could just move your car forward just a little bit, I'm gonna get right down the road.
Excuse me, what? Oh, and screaming "We're the police" like that, like it's giving you every right, you know?
Respectfully, sir, I don't know where this shit is coming from.
He knows. Because at some point, you know, I'm pretty sure that he played the same game. Or he was played the same.
No one has spoken to me, but if I'm approached, my answer will be to decline the position and say I serve at your pleasure.
Not by loyalty, by fear of your past.
Sir. Hey, go with the previous piece or this one about the firefighter death?
What are you interviewing for?
Metro position, Virginia Bureau.
We're on like at the axe today.
Who told you that?
Picked it up on my calls. The sergeant in the Eastern says it's all over the department. Got a rumor that Burrell is going to get fired today, if not tomorrow.
Yeah? Worried?
What about Twig? I mean, with the sources, you know?
I can't throw one at a guy on his last day, can I? Now you work as best you can.
You're good, Media. I trust you.
Said I'm gonna take myself out of the lineup after the meet tomorrow. Till this shit sort itself out. She's gonna watch the shop. You gonna watch shoes.
You're gonna go somewhere else.
Right.
He knows that he has to escape, you know.
But this is unnecessary. It was not our intent to mislead.
The fact that I love him and I hate him so much at the same time, this one.
Well, in accepting such a gift, we will give you the wrong impression.
You, I only hate you!
Comfort. The street doesn't concern us. We know a man here, and we trust him. But to know more people, to learn more names, to help them learn our names.
I had a bad problem, Joe. Last year, it was a robbery. I'm saying, you know what if this happens again? What if more people?
Well, that's for you to discuss with Joe.
I think that the Greeks, you know, they're clever, they know how it's functioning in the streets, they know that for now they're working with Proposition Joe, but they know how it's going on right there, that at some point he's gonna be replaced, he's gonna be killed, so they need to anticipate that.
is a volatile time.
And I think that's I understand that Marlo wants to be that one.
Who can say what tomorrow will show us? You go. Be safe.
They would be stupid to have you at the Washington Post. If you're a lazy journalist at your first job, you know, you're gonna still be a lazy journalist at this one. And they're gonna know it, they're gonna see it.
It's good stuff. Some of your feature work is a little raw for what we do here at the Post language-wise, but it all shows initiative. Well, that's the style we want from you.
Liar! You're the one who is masturbating himself with your own words.
Sun's a fine paper. Before the cutbacks, maybe. Well, they still beat us often enough in Annapolis from my Maryland desk to take them seriously.
He respects more your newspaper than you do.
Anyway, as he says, we'll keep the resume on file. A few more clips, a little more seasoning. We'll take another look, okay? You can just toss that.
Fuck you! I'm glad.
He came up in the Eastern District, part of a bad drug unit that was skimming C's drug money. I actually had to face.
This isn't about Daniels.
But that's the secret that Daniels is afraid of.
And it doesn't
To be
matter
revealed.
now. You're done. Carquet has moved on you.
You tell him if he does me like this, I'll do Daniels.
You killed Daniels, and we end up with Bill Rawls as police commissioner. We'll have your back. I promise you. Full pension and a transitional job on the mayor's criminal justice coordinating council. Something down in Washington with one of the police associations. 6 figures guaranteed. Your choice. Press conference tomorrow. You play up the string. Carquet will do the same.
Choose a nice exit door or... But she's gonna know what Daniels did, you know, which was wrong, and maybe she can use it at some point.
Oh, way, I'm on my lunch break.
Excuse me, officer. Is this the young man from 95?
Socks.
A lazy cop who is gonna call you when he's gonna find the body so you can continue your bullshit.
Oscar went in need of a body. Male, homeless, little or no decom. Unattended death. We need to get to it before anybody else gets a look-see.
You want to open the H file?
Well, that's got to be the first.
How do I reach it?
All right.
No, it's not alright.
You want to know why? Is that it?
Yes, it's that easy to lie, to make fake cases, to...
Asks him to back off. Oscar stands his ground. It's quite a dust-up. The next morning, he's told his insubordinate he's got to work 2 weeks extra duty, pounding pavement up on Monument Street.
I don't care, you know, ha ha ha. Yes, they all have reasons to do that, and in fact, everything is bad, so it's okay to do something bad. You know, the end justifies the means. No, no, no. If we have a personal moral compass, it's for that kind of thing, you know.
How are you still alive, you?
Because he needed someone to talk.
Said, tell Omar he put his hand in the wrong pocket.
And you need to know, Marlo dogs didn't let Butchie go easy.
I will work them.
I want him.
Now this one on me, yo.
But you don't know them people.
You're gonna need help, Omar, and you're gonna have Marlo. I swear you're gonna have him.
Fuck him, Tony. The guy was an asshole. Bitch saw what you were doing. You know who you were beating on yesterday? You fucking know? A teacher from Stewart Hill Elementary. Trying to get around our bullshit to make it to an after-school program.
Oh, he should have said so.
He never got a chance.
Even without him saying so, you shouldn't do that kind of thing.
IID is down the hall talking to the major. They're gonna be down here looking for statements in 10 minutes. Tony, you gotta write this smart. The excessive horn blowing distracted you from securing juvenile prisoners who became volatile due to the noise. You warned the driver several times.
Fuck that motherfucker.
Say what?
I said, fuck him. Shipper lays on his horn, he should be locked up.
Carver was trying to protect you right there to help you. If you don't want to help yourself,
Tony, I'm writing you up. Excessive force, conduct unbecoming.
You ain't gonna back me.
I'm charging you.
Charge me. You're a fucking rat.
no.
Then I'm a rat.
I love you, Carver. He gave you a chance. You didn't take
no
it.
way. Now you want me to pretty up the man's parachute?
The commissioner has served this city for 34 years.
Any 5 of which would be enough to have him indicted.
It's about Daniels, or whoever else you're trying to empower in that department.
How so?
34 years is a long time. Anyone who hangs around that long can put his hands on a lot of dirt.
Daniels?
I'm not being specific here. I'm
You
just
are.
making it clear for everyone's sake, it would be better if Burrell went quietly.
Devon?
Do you know this story? Or would you like me to read it to you?
Devon?
That little boy. He's your witness.
A check drawn on a West Baltimore Hoops Incorporated account in the amount of $11,000 and a deposit slip dated 23 January to your personal account in the amount of $11,000.
How he's taking the papers, you know? It's dirty.
I come here to help, but y'all out for blood. I'm not answering no more questions.
That was quick. That was the best act, you know, that he could do.